What's going on, people? My name is Aaron and welcome to UX Crypto. I hope all of you are doing well out there. So I'm trying something different today. We're doing a live stream and I'm going to be going through a certain project, which, yeah, you probably guessed it if you're reading the description. But yeah, a lot of talk about this project recently and yeah, I'm quite bullish on it. So yeah, I think we should obviously go a little bit more in depth and I can show you a little bit of my process and how I go through these things. But yeah, if you're new here, then you know that little gold thing on the screen, maybe you should press it, man. Subscribe, because this is the right place if you want to go in depth and know what you're getting involved with. It's not financial advice, but if you are getting involved in a project, surely you should know a bit more about it and go in depth with it, right? And yeah, if you are around here and you're live right now, then press the like button, man. Really appreciate that. And yeah, drop comments and I will definitely look at some of these things you're looking at. If you want me to check out a little project as we go through the live, then yeah, drop your comment down below and yeah, we can look at it at a certain point inside of the stream. But okay, so let's get into exactly what I'm actually talking about today. Okay, and let me quickly share my screen and I can show you what it is. All right. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the narrative. Okay, so we need to look at BRC20 altogether. Okay, so what is BRC20? Obviously, is trying to get purpose to Bitcoin, right? Building layer 2, that type of thing on it, right? But if you guys are not aware, so Casey, what's his name again? The creator, here you go, Casey Rudimore, right? This is the creator of BRC20 right here. Okay, and if you are not aware, he's actually going to supersede BRC20 with something else called runes. All right, maybe you're aware of it, maybe you're not, but you know he basically doesn't think it's up to scratch. The reason being is it obviously blocks Bitcoin inside of its transactions, and you know clogs the network. And he's been able to think of a way where that can't happen, right? So obviously we create something great, and then we create another user problem with by BRC20, right? And runes is meant to do that. But you know what? There's other coins out there which are solving this problem. And you know, this whole thing, this little chart here, which is really good and breaks down some of the issues with BRC20 and why he wants to come up with something called runes. So this is runes and this is BRC20, and you got UTXO based, and then this is a yes. And if you don't know what UTXO is, I can't remember the terminology for it, but it is all about scaling, right? So the reason you want UTXO is you'll be able to scale anything on side of Bitcoin and then not clog up the network, right? So this is important, why you need that. And then yeah, no to BRC on this point, and then ordinal theory based, don't know what that is, but yeah, I think it's obviously BRC20, which is the ordinal side of things, right? And then fungible, so you've got the same thing there. On-chain footprint minimal, and then very high on BRC20, which I was just telling you about. And then line incompatible, yes on runes, all right, and BRC20 no. So that is why, for example, you might want to consider this right here when it comes out, but not just when it comes out. You could jump ahead, right? You could jump ahead, and that brings me to mint layer. Okay, so maybe you heard of mint layer, maybe you haven't, all right. But you know what, here is where we can have a look at it. And yeah, obviously, just full disclosure, I have got some of this coin, okay? And if you're part of my Patreon, you knew I bought some of this, all right? Yes, and if you were looking at one of my other streams, other people talking about it as well. Got in a little bit later, some people, but you know what? It's cool because I'll show you in the end why the potential is very, very big for this project. And you can probably just read it right now, right? Empowering Bitcoin with sidechains, all right? So a future-proof blockchain that improves direct token interoperability and enables way to trade value, create systems, functionalities, and participate in truly trustless finance. So, that's a massive idea, an absolute massive idea, okay? And obviously, you can go through this in your own time, but this is a quick overview on this. So you've got tokenization of ecosystem. So you basically can tokenize on Bitcoin, right? Which is very, very cool. So this is basically like, ERC20 tokens on Ethereum, but BRC20 tokens, right? So being able to create tokens on top of Bitcoin, very cool. Decentralized as well, very cool that it's decentralized. And then, value transfer and exchange. So DeFi. So DeFi and Bitcoin, big idea, right? Massive idea. You can also got a wallet. But general stuff around it. So Mint Layer protocol eliminates Ethereum's flaws, very cool, and enhances its features on Bitcoin infrastructure. So delivering scalability, enhancing decentralization, providing security, increasing interoperability. Okay, so enabling privacy with obviously UTXOs. So you know what I just showed you with UTXOs. Okay, so if we want to go back real quick, okay, look, we are jumping ahead of it. All right, so UTXOs based runes, and that doesn't. And guess what? Mint Layer, there you go. It's UTXO. So very, very cool. Okay. And yes, and then here's some stuff we'll go into a minute. So this is the actual token, the utility of it. And then, open resource meets community. So pretty damn dope, right? But, let's have a little overview on that real quick. So reason I'm showing you this, right, is I think this could be absolutely massive, right? So if we was to go back, I don't know how long you guys have been in crypto, but I've been in crypto since 2016. And one of the biggest visions and dreams of Bitcoin was to be able to actually, it be a currency as well as, digital gold, but you could build on top of it. Ethereum solved that. They obviously made something where you could build different platforms on top of it. But obviously we have a lot of issues with that as well, like, transaction fees and all that stuff. And now there's other chains, right? But what if none of it needs to happen? It just could happen on Bitcoin. And here you go, right? This solves the problem right now. And you could say this is first to market in this niche right now, right? Ordinals is probably first to market, you could say, but they haven't fixed it. They haven't actually got that on lock. Okay. And I know lots of people are very much a fan of ordinals, and they're cool, but can you do anything with them? I know there's a lot of chatter saying that these ones are like the chain link of ordinals or this, but can you show me something where these are actually doing that? I mean, look, right now you can see a website and also a team and all that, which I'll go into in a second, where a proper project is here to solve that issue, right? And if we're looking at masses, are people just going to put loads of money inside of ordinals and they have no idea what it is and they can't see anything, right? That's another thing to think about. We're trying to go mainstream, right? We're not trying to go and get a little pump and dump. We're trying to go mainstream, right? So this type of thing, Mint Layer could do really, really well, all right? And but let's go in a little bit and go through a little bit more in detail and see what we can get out of this bad boy, all right? So things I'm going to start off first with is going to be the team, all right? So just have a little look at the team. So actual team, we've got a couple of key people I'm going to focus on. All right. So we've got Enrico right here. All right. And he was formerly part of Bitfinex. If you don't know what Bitfinex is, it is a OG exchange, right? Massive exchange. Not so much anymore, but obviously OG. And the other person I'm going to focus on as well is this dude right here, man. So Charlie Shrem, Bitcoin Foundation. Okay. So obviously all these other people really cool as well, but these people key. All right. Major keys. So I would say, look, let's look at his LinkedIn real quick. This is Enrico, and he is the director of multi-layer right there. Okay, and 3 years been doing this, working on it for 3 years. All right, and then before that, head of product and software engineer, CEO. He's been a CEO before, and look, senior software engineer at Bitfinex. All right, and for 2 years. And maybe you've heard of Bitfinex, maybe you haven't, but look, now you see the logo. I'm sure you've probably recognized it. But this was a really big exchange at one point, all right? And yes, software engineer. So this guy, experience is very, very good, okay? And then the next person we are obviously going to focus on was the guy I just said there, so Charlie Shrem. And yeah, let's go into his background. Okay, so I don't know if you've been watching anything on like Netflix to do with Bitcoin or anything like that. This guy right here, he's an OG, like an absolute OG inside the space. He also was very famous before because he made obviously Bitcoin Foundation, and also what was the other company he made again? Bit Instant, right? So this guy, he's down for the cause, right? He's even gone to jail, right, for this stuff. So he was one of the early adopters of Bitcoin back in the day, made all loads of these different exchanges. So yeah, we've got OGs in the house, all right, in mint layer, and obviously the user case right there, empowering with side chains. It's big. It's a big idea, right? So I'm very, very bullish on this project. And yeah, so it looks pretty good in terms of obviously that side, right? The other thing to mention as well is the partners. Okay, so we're gonna go into the partners real quick. Obviously, no big names that I can see in terms of the partnerships, but do you know what? One thing you can see is everything of venture capitalist based, right? So a lot of money behind this. Okay, so every single thing, look, capital, Moonrock Capital, Moonrock Ventures, and obviously I've had a little look at some of these, and they are all venture capitalist firms. So you've got a lot of capital going to flow through here. Okay, so I would say definitely pay attention to some of these partners. They don't necessarily need to be big names; it just needs to be big money, right? And obviously, Bitcoin is big money, so I can see this doing pretty good inside of that side of things. The next place we're going to go is going to be the idea. Okay, so come on, the idea is massive. All right, it's absolute beast mode idea. All right, so obviously ordinals is a beast mode idea, but obviously haven't managed to pull off what they were trying to pull off. All right, and obviously even the founders renouncing that and trying to make a new type of ordinal type of thing, right? So yeah, big idea. It could capitalize on a lot, right? And even just if we're going to look at, for example, Audi, right? So the number one out of the actual ordinals, right? It's currently at what, 1,300,000,000, all right, or around about. That is insane. Okay, absolutely crazy. And guess what? Not even a website. All right, no socials, no nothing. You've got nothing to go off, right? All on speculation. So it just shows you how much this market is based on speculation, right? So yeah, definitely something to think about right there. And then yeah, so that's kind of the idea. I think it's a dope idea. And then we've got the website. All right. So just going back to the website, very clean, nice. Okay, it does exactly what it says on the tin. And also it's very easy to read. Okay, so one thing I'd love to talk about with websites, obviously loads of people have their own opinions. All right, everyone has an opinion about how something is clean or is not. People like dark colors, people like light colors. Fair enough, man, it's just an opinion, right? But what I really think is important is the message, right? Your message should be getting through about what you do, and I think message is very clear of what they do. So that is very important. Okay, you can have all the bells and whistles, you can have all the animation and all this other stuff, but if you're distracting from the point, what's the point? Okay, so yeah, I think the website's pretty damn cool. Yeah, and in terms of the product, obviously I have not got the whole product. I haven't been able to. I'm not a miner or anything like that. But yeah, seems pretty cool. But I would say, what the user cases what they're trying to do is dope. But yeah, something to note as well with Mint Layer is that is it here? Let's get Mint Layer up real quick here, and I'll show you. Mint Layer. Come on, spelling. Okay, mint layer. So it's actually based, it's an ERC20 token at the moment. So it's based on Ethereum, which you can see down here. Okay. So it's not on its own yet, but it will be doing a migration next year. Okay. So obviously we're getting in pretty damn early. And, maybe don't know the price of this right now, but yeah, it's 30 million market cap as well. So, it's not an absolute degen, but it is a low cap. All right. And you might think, oh, you've missed it. Right. But guess what? I'm telling you now, you ain't missed it. You're early to this one, right? And I'll show you why as well near the end, okay? Because I'll give you some price projections and where I think this could go. But yeah, I digress. I digress from the website, all right? So yeah, website's dope anyway, and also the product, very cool. You got a wallet as well that you can also use. And in terms of the actual product, which I've done a little bit of research on, so this basically acts as a layer on top of Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin does its transactions, and it can be a bit slow, for example, right? So you do a transaction, maybe it takes 30 minutes, could cost a bit as well. But then what they are actually doing is they're using that as you could say, remittance layer, all right? the layer which actually does the transaction. But this layer, so mint layer, right, it's the layer on top, and it does it quickly, and then in 10 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever it will take, then it goes through on the network. So it's using Bitcoin's network, but with a layer on top. So very cool. And that, if you're thinking, well, what is this concept? This is the concept the banks use, all right? So it's good enough for the banks, all right? So I don't know if you're aware of this, but banks, they actually have, transactions or go through in bulk at 3 times a day, right? That's all it is, 3 times a day. But then you don't see that, right? That's all going on in the background. It literally is just instant for you, right? But it's actually not happening in real time. So they're holding your money. So yeah, definitely really cool. It's a new way of doing something, and it's using Bitcoin. Really dope. All right. Okay, so product wise, pretty cool. But next place we gotta go is the social media. All right, social media. You need to look at that because if you don't, then yeah, it's got no hype, for example, right? Or it could be some scammy stuff going on, right? So let's just have a little look at that real quick. Okay. So Mint Layer, it's got 82,000 followers. All right. So not too bad. We're not in the 3 digits yet or anything like that in terms of hundreds of thousands or anything. But yeah, and then in terms of interactions, we've got about 17K views and 16 comments, 103 reshares. And let's be honest, man, this is not going to be the most fanciest thing that everyone's going to reshare, right? So there's that, and it seems legit. And then you've got what they talk about as neon's not it, mint layer. Okay, yeah, so 2K here, 8 reshares. So you've got, it's very niche, very early on still. Okay. So yeah, obviously socials could be a bit better, but it's not too bad. All right, not that bad at all. And yeah, that's kind of it on that side of things, right? But the next place I'm gonna go, coin utility, man. Got to check out the coin utility. And yeah, don't worry, I'm reading your messages as we're going, and I will reply to them as well. But once I've just done with this little thing here. So coin utility, let's get into that. All right. So we're still on the socials, but we want to look at this area right here. Okay. So this is what's really cool. All right. So we've got staking, all right, and you've got governance and ecosystem tools. All right. So the staking part is where I'm going to look at a little bit now. So ML token holders can participate in block singer. What's this? Block Signer. Okay, block Signer auctions to stake tokens and become a weekly block Signer. Run a node. All right, run a node. Okay, and collect transaction fees from the blocks you sign. So this is very cool, right? Because think about it, right? You're seeing coins like Gala Games, right? Myria, and you got like player free games, or what's it called? Playful games, right? Doing nodes and obviously getting very popular just because of the node systems. Not sure if you noticed, but Myria actually doesn't have any games out. I know they display that they do, but they don't. Okay, but where the value is in Myria is the node system. So very cool. And this is nodes on Bitcoin. All right, nodes on Bitcoin that you can own. So it's dope. It's a dope project. It's got a lot of potential, right? And then obviously the token is actually used in terms of being able to do transactions. It makes the transaction lower, and then it's also used for governance. So yeah, the ecosystem tools as well. So users are incentivized to use ML tokens as they can be used to cover fees for exclusive services and products within the protocol. So yeah, we've got a couple of different user cases. Could there be more? Possibly. All right, there could be a bit better in terms of the utility of the token, but yeah, not too bad. All right. But yeah, that's the general overview of Mint Layer, okay? And yeah, pretty damn dope. And if we just quickly go back to the actual chart real quick, I will show you a little bit more why you should pay attention to this as well, okay? So let's go back to Mint Layer, okay? So this is on the daily chart. Who cares, all right? We're not on the daily chart, right? We're looking at this. So obviously recently, okay, this did have a pump, all right? And congratulations to everyone who got in at a great price around down here. I was not one of them people, unluckily, but I am in now, okay? So I've got in around about these prices, so I'm breaking even right now, okay? But you know what? This one's gonna go big, okay? And Patreons, if you're in my Patreon, I have now announced my buy in there, and obviously you can do what you want with that information. But yeah, and obviously if you are new here, you should definitely check out my Patreon. I will show you all the benefits you can get in the end for that. But at first we're just gonna go through this. So chart looking parabolic, okay? So we went from 14 cents to about 46 cents on all-time high. about 67 cents. So he did about 4x, right? So pretty damn good. And this is a new coin, all right? So obviously all these people out there, some people don't like when you've seen an old coin and it's like, looking kind of peak from down here and doing that. That's up to them, all right? But this is good. Obviously a new fresh coin. Narrative is strong. And we are kind of getting a consolidation, right? You seeing that right there? We had a consolidation down here. And this is actually when I started actually hearing about it. I started hearing about it here. And then I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting. And then kind of saw it go up and I was like, I'm going to wait for the drop. I just didn't pull the trigger. I was so annoyed. But anyway, then I saw that and I was like, right, it's getting around the same age. I'm happy to be in at this price. So, you don't have to be buying at all-time lows with like 500K market cap. You could also be buying around these times, right? And yeah, but what about the potential, right? The potential is there. So but yeah, what do you guys think real quick? Let's get into some questions about this. Obviously gone through it a little bit now, so maybe time to get your thoughts on it, right? So we've got mint layer. Okay, yeah, you was right, man. I think you were fast here, and yeah, look, me saying smash the like, you should smash the likes, okay? But some other coins I can see here that you are actually saying, and I can go through those in the end. As in so dude, tell us more about what you get up to in the Patreon. What predictions did you call accurately? Want to know if it's worth my while taking a peep. Cool, man. Well, I mean, I've predicted a lot, all right? So in the Patreon, I put you onto information like this. I've announced this information about, BRC20 tokens about 2 weeks ago, man. And obviously looking elsewhere. So basically that was early if you was paying attention to maybe you found mint layer at that point. And it's also a list of loads of projects I have, which I'm going to review. In my Patreon, I have a cheat sheet as well. I have over 100 coins now, reviewed like fully, all scored. And we're basically doing Moneyball inside of the Patreon, all right? So we're doing Moneyball with crypto, and I will show you, I've got an advert I'll show you in the end and all that stuff. Also, buy alerts in terms of stuff I've found early. GFAL, I found at 4 million market cap. And obviously, look at that now, all right? I found Myra before everyone. I was part of the Gem Hunters, which was with Crypto Archie and Seth and all these guys before. So I'm OG with them a lot. I've been in crypto since 2016. And I don't want to name all the coins because I'm going to give all the Patreon's value away. But, we're up about 7x on a lot of our picks. Okay. So you can take that to the bank with you. And if you come in, you will also be able to see all that as well. And yeah, so thanks for the comment, by the way. What is this? Okay. So what is your take on CZ Goat meme coin? 1 billion max supply, fair launch, no sell tax on Bitmart. To be honest with you, right, I haven't seen it, but just from your description, I would probably, me personally, stay clear from meme coins because obviously my whole channel and everything I stand for is all about fundamentals, from reviewing fundamentals. Meme coins don't really have that much fundamentals other than tokenomics, all right? As in, but not to say you won't do well in meme coins, they can do well, but this is probably not the place that I'm going to be able to give you my expertise on, all right? But yeah, when it comes to good fundamental coins, I can definitely tell you a whole bunch about that. Yeah, so what we got here? Also, can you share the best past wins you had in your portfolio? I'm well interested. I'd say right now, my best wins, ever, all right? My best win ever back in the day, obviously I've been around crypto for a long time, was probably Cardano, all right? Smashed it with Cardano back in the day. And then, yeah, but then as of recent times, GFAL, man. GFAL have been smashing it, okay? But I've actually got another coin which is killing it at the moment as well. But yeah, I don't want to give all of the value away what the Patreons have. So you just have to check it out. All right. But by the end of this video, if I haven't convinced you of the power of UX, all right, and also being a fundamental investor, then I've not done my job properly, right? So I will show you all that stuff in the end. All right. But yeah, let's go back to price predictions. All right. So where do I think Mint Layer can go? Okay, Mint Layer, I think it's a dope project, and it could do pretty damn dope. All right, so let's get into the screen again, and yeah, so where's the target? What is the goddamn target? Okay, so if we really think about where this could go, right, we got Bitcoin Cash. All right, so we're going big with the target. Okay, and you might be like, wow, oh my god, how do you compare it to Bitcoin Cash? You could even compare this with Casper, all right? And you'd be like, what? You're talking shit, all right? I'll tell you what, I'm not, all right? So what's the user case? The user case is to literally scale Bitcoin, That's the user case, right? And that was Bitcoin Cash's user case, right? To try and make a cash out of it. That's Casper's user case. And it is also Mint Layer's user case, right? The user case is there. So it's exactly the same, or not exactly the same, differences, but the user case is the same, right? And if we want to benchmark it against something like this, so for example, at this current moment, we are a market cap of 4.5 billion, all right, inside Bitcoin Cash. And Bitcoin Cash ain't really doing much these days, right? So the market right there is for the taking, all right? And we've got fresh new competitors now, right? So, could it come for that? So yeah, calculations out here, right? So I would say, look, if the market cap right now of Mint Layer is what, 30 million, right? So we're going to do 30, all right? And this is going to be million, and we're going to times that by 165, and that gives us what, 4.9 billion. So it's a little bit more. So let's just go for what, 155, all right? So 155x basically, all right? Let's just literally do that again real quick. So 155. So there you go, very close. So 4,650,000,000, and if we're going there, pretty close. So around about that, all right. And we could just round that to 150x, all right. So pretty damn good if you ask me. So 150x, right? And yes, not including dilution, by the way. Okay, so you've got to consider that, obviously, dilution of the tokens. All right. So, but as of this point, if this was to happen, 150x. But in the heights of the bull market, might not be. But that is just literally Bitcoin Cash right now. All right. That isn't anything like bull run scenario. We're not in that scenario right now, right? We're kind of like a ranging market, and we're in a little bit of a bull run, but ranging market. We're not on all-time highs and all that crazy stuff. So we can be conservative. All right, here we could go for what the market cap got to back here, and this was the last cycle. All right, or we could go like crazy bullish and go for 56 billion. But I think that might be a bit of a push, obviously, but you never know, right? But let's just be conservative, right? We'll go for the last high right here. So that's 29 million, as you can see. Okay, so what would we get at 29 billion? So what would we get if we was to do that? All right, so we are going to look at the market cap of Mint Layer again, and that's 30 million. So we're going to do what? 30, all right? And then we're going to times that by 1,035, okay? 31 billion right there. Sorry, is that? Yeah, 31 billion, okay? And then if we go back to Bitcoin Cash, yeah, what was that? 29. So very close, but 1,000x basically, all right? So pretty bloody close. And yeah, so you can see the potential right there, right, off the market. And this isn't Bitcoin, it's Bitcoin Cash, right? It's a little somewhere who's not even ranked very high. Okay, so just letting you know, there's a lot of power in that. And yeah, so literally 1,000x, okay, maybe give or take. But yes, again, not included dilutions. You have to weigh that into your equation. All right, so yeah, weigh that down in there, and obviously maybe this will dilute over time, but the potential is there. So other stuff I would love to show you as well. It's just some of the potential, and yeah, we can get more into this. All right, so why did this little pump happen on Mint Layer? Okay, so obviously we was plodding along, la 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 la, then all of a sudden, bam! All right, and one of the main reasons this actually happened was because of this dude right here, okay, Ian Bellina, okay. So he put it into his top channel, okay. He put it in #1 or something on like top ranked coins. I think it's here, okay. Yeah, so if you go near the end on this video, this is make millions with 15 low cap 100x cryptos, and he put this as #1, okay. And obviously he rates this very highly. He's invested in it too. And Ian Bellina, if you don't know anything about him, he's an OG in the space. I have a lot of respect for the guy, and he also was one of the original creators of the cheat sheet. All right, and if you don't know anything about what he done before, he's an OG. All right, so for example, Ian used token metrics analytics frameworks, and that's his company, and turned 20,000 into 5 million. Right, I'm an OG in the space. I've been around since 2016. I can tell you, I'll witness this shit. All right, I see them do it. All right, so it can happen, and this brings me onto the same strategy, right? So obviously my strategy is based off very similar to what Ian did, okay, back then. And yeah, let me quickly show you the quick trailer I've made for this and how it all works. and you'll understand all about it. Okay, so here's how I do it. Introducing the Money Ball cheat sheet. So how does it work?
Step 1.
You have to find the potential coins by keeping your ears to the streets, digging deep into the crypto realms, find those diamonds in the rough. After that, I add the coins to my system, which I currently have over 70 coins already reviewed, and it's growing, which brings me to
Step 2.
I review each coin with 7 different criteria, and they are teams and advisors, the partners, the idea, the website, the product, the social media presence, and the coin utility. I then proceed to give these coins a specific grading criteria from 1 to 10. Then we combine the scores to get an overall ranking for them, and that lets us separate the good from the bad, the weak from the strong, giving us the best possible chance to get some good coins in the up and coming bull run. And I didn't stop there. No.
Step 3.
Price projections. So you can get my price projections for each and every single coin. I give you 2 price projections, 1 bullish target and 1 super bullish target. And this is using data from the last bull run to be able to project where we think some of these coins might go. So that's the little trailer right there, man. And if you haven't seen my cheat sheet, I've released that trailer like a while ago, man. But if you want to see a little bit of it, right? If I was to scroll right, you're gonna get all the scores, all right? But you can see the power of this. I've literally one more coin in at 100, all right? But I have literally reviewed these in depth, right? And I have a lot of experience in research. So this is what I've been doing. Literally have over 100 coins inside of this bad boy, right? So if you're asking me questions about what coins I've called all these bad boys, all right? Some of them are rubbish, some of them are good, and some of them have pumped as well, which are actually kind of not that great, right? Some of them have absolutely been killing it. But the key here is to be a fundamental investor, all right? And that is what I'm about. That's how Ian Molina turned 20K into 5 million, and this is his strategy, right? It's very, very similar, and it is literally based off the movie Moneyball, right? It's a strategy which a baseball team did, and yeah, you can see, look, all these coins, man, all these bad boy coins that were reviewed. So 1 year's worth of research, all at your fingertips. And yeah, I'm not going to click on any of these because I'm going to give you too much alpha. You have to join the Patreon, right? But here is to be reviewed list right here. And this is all the coins that I'm looking at. And you're going to see them before me. You're going to see them. I haven't even gone into them yet. I've just heard about them, right? They're going to be in there, all right? And also I've got it all separated by categories, right? So if I was in gaming, I've literally got gaming as in 5 million market cap below, and coins which I found there are scored highly and it's ranked, all right? And there's a top 10. So you can pick the top 10 under 5 million and potentially they do quite well. You can ask Patreon members who are in there. They have strategies inside of this to be like, okay, we just buy in the top ones, right? Top ones do pretty damn good. We also have it between 5 million to 10 million. And then obviously you've got top 10 inside of that. You also have a top 10 inside of the 10 to 30 million, right? So absolute crazy alpha inside of this, and you can ask any of these people if you want. Yeah, it's killer, man. I've been working for a while. It's killer. It's been working for me. It's killing it, and it's all categories, right? You got AI, gaming, NFTs, metaverse, ETH killers, Bitcoin killers, real world assets, music, social media, supply chain, infrastructure, entertainment, DeSci, decentralized science. We don't know that. Insurance, DeFi, layer ones. Man, I'm giving it to you on a platter, bro. Right? But yeah, pretty cool. All right. So if you actually want to check this out on the Patreon, so you need to get the business class tier. This is where it's all at. All right. And yeah, I've got 28 spots remaining. The first tier was obviously the first time I released this was way cheaper, but obviously the more and more people come, then I have to increase the prices. So get in while you can, because after this, I'm going to put the price up again. All right. But yeah, this allows you to have everything and also other things which aren't part of the cheat sheet or my buy signal. So when I'm buying, I'm letting you know when I'm buying. All right. And yeah, you can either follow along. This is where, potentially we've done actually quite good so far. We're up about 5x on average from a lot of the buys we've got. And then you can track my portfolio. Obviously, yeah, you can see exactly what's in my bag, man, how I'm allocating it, if it's going to help you. So yeah, man, definitely pay attention to that, right? But yeah, other stuff, what we got to look at today. I say we should answer your questions, all right? And we can just start looking at some stuff from you guys, which yeah, hopefully it's pretty cool. And yeah, look, here you go, man. There's one of my people inside my Patreon, Ted Cash. OG in the space, OG in the Patreon, and yeah, he says, look, gets the thumbs up, man, and yeah, I hope he's really enjoying it, and yeah, I have to say I'm enjoying it too because I review all the coins in there, and you know, it's been fun to review it, and it's got the whole system in place, and we're getting through it, man. It's been very, very cool. So yeah, someone's saying mint layer 500x. Yeah, bro, I think it'd do it, man. Even if we didn't get that 1000x prediction right there, I think 500x could potentially happen. All right, it's very good. It's a very good project, and like, you know, I got into Casper pretty bloody early as well. I'm up quite a lot on Casper. I got into Casper before I had a Patreon, so didn't give that buy there or anything. But guess what? Like, this is similar, man. Like, similar thing. Casper, you can see block DAG technology, which fixes the trilemma in a way, right? The blockchain trilemma. And this is what the user case is. And, you know, mint layer is literally doing a similar thing. So, and, you know, layer ones, all right? We saw a lot of layer ones in the last cycle go absolutely crazy. They got billions in market cap. This sector is where the money's at, all right? And yeah, one thing actually I want to actually talk before I get into your questions, right? I will go through questions, but okay, gaming, all right? I'm a big gaming bull. I love games, all right? I'm really into that. I've found loads of gaming coins that have done quite well. But I would say, look, this was Audi, all right? This is Audi right here. Audi don't have a website, all right? It doesn't have socials, nothing like that. It doesn't actually have a user case. It's just the promise of, it's basically an NFT on Bitcoin, right? It's the first one. So this is where all this hype came, all right? But one thing I would say is, look, we got to that. We got to that, all right? Name a gaming coin in this cycle what done that, all right? Is there any? Okay, there's none, right? But what's got the most hype right now? Maybe let me know, all right? But let's just go to one what's done kind of well. Let's say Miria, all right, or something like that. And we could, that's a good comparison because Miria doesn't have any products out either, right? Apart from the nodes, and it's got nodes, and we've only got to 141 million, all right, and all this hype. But ordinals without website got to that, okay? So food for thought, bro, people, man. Food for thought. That's what I'm thinking. All right, the narrative is massive, okay? And yeah, okay. So other thing to think about. We are going to look at some more questions. So, okay, so multi-layer and multi-bit. Yeah, I heard multi-bit's pretty good as well. As in, I heard the technology is not UXTR though. Is it UXTR? Yeah, so it's not got that. But yeah, I heard it's still pretty good. It's just, you know, you could be in both, right? Something to think about on that. Thoughts on Shrapnel? Shrapnel, in my opinion, is dope. All right. If you look into the team are fire. Okay. Product is dope as well. Come on. Like Call of Duty on a blockchain. That's the narrative. I made a video a while ago and I called it that. For some reason, that's all I see now. Right. Like, oh, Call of Duty on blockchain. I see the same thing. You can check when I posted mine and see others. I feel like I was the first person to write that, but we'll see, right? But yeah, in terms of the team, like obviously I do my research, man. Like team is fire. The team is basically Microsoft teams, like Xbox, Microsoft team. All of their members basically come from that. They've got people with like 16 years experience working in Xbox, and if you just read descriptions of them, right? They all worked on Xbox, so that's killer. That's killer, right? It's a very good team. So yeah, Shrapnel for me, I'm bullish on it as well. And yeah, I do own some Shrapnel as well. And yeah, I'm sure, you know, hint, people on the Patreon probably own that as well. Okay. So yeah, but very cool. Yeah, so what else we got? Try and find some coins that you've asked me about. Drop down some coins, man. Drop down some coins you might want me to look at, but you think has potential. What's this? ML full market cap 182 billion. Hell no. 182. What's that? ML 182 billion. Let me see. That's crazy. All right. Are you sure is it that's 1 million? Let me see what you're talking about. 1 second. Why have I lost my thing? Okay, yeah. So we'll go back to mint layer. Okay, no, 181 million, man, not billion. That's crazy. So that's fine. It's not too bad. All right, it's not that bad at all. All right, obviously that's the dilution. Okay, and obviously if you're going to pay attention to dilution, then you won't experience any of the gains that a lot of people have experienced. Right, got into GFAL early, and yeah, experience absolutely crazy gains with that. And obviously, if you was into Miria, the dilution is pretty bad on that as well, right? But you would have experienced crazy gains again. All right. So, you know, I've started this channel in the bottom of the bear market. I've heard everyone talk about tokenomics all the time, and that's the reason that they don't jump on some of these coins. If you only look at tokenomics and that's your strategy, you're going to lose. All right, because that's one element, only one. Okay, you've got a whole bunch of other ones to consider why a project would actually do quite well. And if we're going to go down the road of tokenomics, meme coins, man, that's all I've got to say. Meme coins have terrible tokenomics and they go crazy. All right, this market isn't based off tokenomics. It's not. All right, it's based on hype. It's based on good products, user cases being fulfilled and all that stuff. All right, and yeah, man. So what we got? We got my rat, man. What's up, bro? He's one of my patrons as well. Good to see you in the place, man. Yeah, he's very good inside of our Patreon. He's helped me as well. We're trying to make it look better inside of it and all that. So shout out to you, man. I really appreciate that. And yeah, how do you say this? Cash cats. Yeah, I see you a lot, man. I see you a lot. Thanks, man. Thanks for the love. Yeah, so we've got William, and you're saying that Caffeine Gaming, next big studio. I have reviewed Caffeine Gaming, actually. It's okay, all right? It could do well, maybe, but my advice would be play the games, all right? Try and play the games, and that is kind of where the product is, right? So, yeah, it's not a bad pick at all. I think it could probably do quite well. But, yeah, I think if you're going to pick gaming gems and kind of sift through them, there might be other ones you might be able to put in that place. But, yeah, it's not bad. I wouldn't say anything bad about it. It's not too bad. Yeah. So the other thing I would love to talk to you about is UX, right? So I'm aware that probably not everyone knows what UX is. Okay. So I've got this little image right here just to explain it. So I don't know if you know what UX is, so I'm going to quickly explain it. So it's user experience, right? So this is what I've been doing. It's my bread and butter. I've been doing this for 11 years. I have award-winning apps. I've made a whole bunch of products. I've been number one in the App Store before with different products I've worked for. Obviously, we're on a live stream, so I can tell you some of the clients I've worked for. So I've worked with Marks & Spencer's, Paddy Power, National Lottery, Tesco. I've worked for Deutsche Bank. I've worked for a whole bunch of clients, right? So I'm in the space, man. I'm telling you. And in terms of user experience, this is what I bring to you guys, right? I'm giving you information, user needs, and business goals, right? And what are all those things? That's what makes a good product. That's what can also get a lot of money in them, right? So if you're building good products, then it's like, okay, build it and they shall come. And that's why this is very important. That's why I named my channel UX Crypto. I don't care if I'm slept on because people don't know what UX is. You should know, right? You should make it your business to know what this is. And, I have a lot of conversations with people. And obviously I watch other people's channels as well. And I'm sure you guys do. There's a lot of opinions out there. And I understand that. That's cool. Everyone has an opinion, right? But when it comes down to this theory right here, opinions don't mean anything, okay? Someone could put a coin on their list and be like really bullish on it, and they're really bullish on what factors, okay? Just a thought, a feeling, okay? There's a lot of that in this space, I can tell you that now. And I'm not about that, right? As in, I have an opinion. Of course I do. Everyone has an opinion. But at the same time, information is the top one, is key, right? Understanding user needs. What are you trying to do here? What's the user case, right? The utility, right? All of that stuff. The business goals is, can it actually do something? Can it make money? It's all in there. All of this stuff I'm doing in my cheat sheet, it's all in this little diagram, okay? And this is how you should be thinking. And even if, you're not even going to think this way, and you're not thinking, oh yeah, you care about UX or whatever, fair enough, man. You don't have to care about UX generally, but you could use this in your life, all right? This has helped me in my life. If you're doing anything, building a product, obviously, how do you think I've got things to go to number one, man? That's all I'm saying, right? How do you think? It's that right there. You care about the user, you understand how the user thinks, right? And then you can do well. Take your ego out of it. There might be certain things or categories that you don't like. Let's say in crypto, you really think that, I don't know, decentralization is terrible or something, right? Who cares, right? Who cares? Does everyone else care? That's what you should be looking at, all right? Not necessarily what you think, because everyone has an opinion, all right? But yeah, pretty cool. What else we got? We can do some other questions of people if you want. Okay, hello. Yeah, Hello Labs is dope, bro. I think it is cool. Sorry if I didn't answer your question sooner. But yeah, 1000x. Oh, I don't know if it's 1000x. But yeah, it is pretty dope. I can just read you something off my cheat sheet. I'm not sharing my screen right now, but I can actually tell you where Hello Labs, where I think it's going to go. But this is without dilution. Let me quickly check. One sec. Where is Hello Labs? Hello Labs. So I reviewed Hello Labs a long time ago. We're up on Hello Labs as well. So yeah, it's a dope project, and I can actually give you a bit more info on that as well. So Hello Labs, we've got currently, right? So if you was to use Gala Games as a benchmark, it would be about just under 10x. All right, that's Gala Games as the benchmark. If you was to look at Gala Games all-time high, right, it'll be a 55x. But just bear in mind, that's not dilution, okay? So I still think that, yeah, Hello could do absolutely amazing things, but 1000x, I think it's a bit off the cards. Unless you got in way before, then obviously you can make 1000x out of it, right? But now, if you was to buy it, probably not. But I think, yes, there's great things about our project. Obviously, the team is absolutely great. They've got great partnerships. The product looks really good. So yeah, I do think it's quite a good project. So yeah, good pick right there. Okay, so we've got a coin I haven't heard of, right? So we're gonna actually have a little look at this real quick. So one sec, I showed you too much. I've shown you too much. You see that little sneak peek? Oh god, you got a little sneak peek there. All right, but yeah, okay, let's go into the charts real quick and have a look at Epico. Okay, so Epico, just gaming, is it? I can have a look, or just Epico. All right, I'm assuming it's this. All right. So 1 million market cap, pretty damn low. Chart looks nice. All right, it's new. Okay, it's on MEXC, so on one exchange. Okay, it's not many, but that's fine. It's not too bad. In terms of the fully diluted market cap, it's 4 million. So yeah, the ratio is not too bad. But yeah, let's go in the website real quick and just see if it's dope. Oh yeah, okay, this looks kind of dope. All right, but yeah, what I'm looking for is obviously teams and all this other stuff, right? But yeah, let's have a little look at this. Down on it. So you've got a couple of okay, it's like a mobile game. Ooh, product's okay. It's not the best. This looks cool, all right. But then again, it looks a bit basic, as in the way they're moving and stuff. But you know what? Basic doesn't hurt either. Okay, so it doesn't mean it's overall because it's a little bit basic, all right. But yeah, you've got ecosystem, couple of Barclays as a partner, yeah. Interesting. And Vivi, okay, kind of cool. Okay, Katana Eno, dope partner as well, supported by Met. Okay, this is dope. Is this too good to be true though? Right. So I'm gonna go and look and see if I can find a team, because obviously, you know, they've got some good partners there, right? So if I can't find it let's have a look. Okay, all in one page. Need to see a team. Can't see a team there, but the next best thing is go on LinkedIn if you're not finding it. Okay, and that's how we can find this. God, LinkedIn, mate. LinkedIn. All right, go on to LinkedIn. Can we find anything? Okay, what's the name of the coin again? Why have I lost it? It is Epico. Okay, so we're gonna get Epico, copy paste into there, bang, bing, bang, bosh. Anything come up? I'm assuming it's that. Okay, 1,000 followers. Cool. No one in the team. Okay, so yeah, this is how you research. Okay, so we can try and see if there's anything related. Okay, you might be able to see, maybe. All right, we've got some people. Okay, cool. So we've got CMO at Wharf Street Studios, and then we've got Ed Tech. So let's open both of them up. All right. I'm literally showing you how to do things out here. All right. So yeah, we got okay. So Epico, then Connect Up app, full time 2 years. We've got Wharf Street Strategy, Wharf Street, very similar things. So these are all his companies, I assume. So he's self-employed. All right. Income tax officer. Let's go further down. Okay, he's got some fairly good experience, but what is all this stuff? All right, so we're going to open that up as well. Check this out. Okay, so then we're going to do about. We're going to find out what the hell that is. Okay, Connect Up. So it's an app. Okay, so that's pretty dope. And he's got some other partnerships before and this as well. Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. Not bad. I think that's pretty good. And then we've got, where was she? So we opened him up. All right. God, why are you selecting everything? Okay, so he was basically the co-founder of the Wharf Street Studios as well. So he's a marketing officer. Yeah, got a couple of good experiences as well. This is an Indian-based company, right? From what I can tell, all right? But he says Canada, he's from Canada, right? But then obviously Indian-based companies. But fair enough, man. That's not too bad, to be fair. I mean, I think, yeah, pretty cool. You might have found something pretty dope there. As in I will add this to my review list, all right, and go a bit more in depth for it. But yeah, I don't think it looks quite that too bad at the moment. So yeah. Oh, okay, so there was part of Ikomi. Okay, so Akomi, I wouldn't say that's a good thing. Akomi didn't do nothing, right? I actually used to own Akomi back in the day on the old bull market. And they did have some partners, but no, it didn't pop off, man. Didn't pop off. But it's not a bad thing. It's just something to think about, right? They had like partnerships with like Spider-Man and a couple of things like that, but nothing popped off. But this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you can just be a bit too early, man. So yeah, but not bad, not bad. So you got something going with Bybit, but you're not on the exchange. So Bybit affiliation, hold and earn. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, this is just stuff to get more rewards, basically. All right. But yeah, not bad. You know what? Let's go check out that. Let's just do a little bit of action right now, man. All right, 6,000 followers early on this. Okay, not a lot of interaction, to be fair. All right, not a lot of interaction, but can forward some of this stuff. See some of the games. Okay, pretty basic. Okay. Okay. Looks all right. This one looks good. But then they're not moving. Okay, so it's just a camera angle inside a 3D environment. Wait. Okay. So this looks not too bad. It looks kind of dope. As in, yeah, but then obviously you'd expect these things to move, right? So yeah, but it's not bad. It's not a bad coin. I mean, I think it has. Whoa. Yeah. So yeah, nice pick one. Nice pick right there. I think that's pretty dope. And obviously you're getting it here first, man. So Don the Don, you found quite a cool one. So you should check that out. I'm sure that might do well now. But yeah, that's gonna go on my list and we're gonna review it. So yeah. So every day as well, I put a new coin on the list and I review a coin every single day. Sometimes I do review 2 coins, right? So if you join the Patreon, you're gonna see all of those coins. And yeah, and obviously some of them score bad, some of them score good. And yeah, it's all about the fundamentals. That's my strategy. But yeah, let's have a little look at some of the other recent comments. And yeah, so here you go. You're totally ignoring dilution. Yeah, I agree, bro. I'm ignoring it right now, right? Because if we're doing it from right now, right, until there, then you're not going to be able to really calculate that. I've actually tried to put this through a dilution tracker, and it's so early on, it doesn't show up. All right. So yeah, I'm ignoring it at the moment. But you're right, dilution is going to come in. And if you're holding this for like 2 years, you need to consider it. So yeah, man, definitely good shout, man. Like you got to obviously think about that. He's like, UX, are you living in the UK or Dubai? I'm living in the UK, bro. As in, but Dubai is in my future, man. As in, yeah. So maybe you'll see me there soon. Like, but yeah, UK at the moment, and it's cold. It's cold. So yeah, but yeah. But yeah, man, I'm literally coming to the end of my time with you guys. I mean, it's been absolutely great. I'm actually going to do a lot more of this type of stuff in terms of going live. Obviously, it's great to connect with you guys, and to be totally honest with you, video editing is very long, and I'm looking for a solution to carry on doing what I'm doing without having to video edit. I would love to just review coins all day and score them, and that's what I would love to do. So going live probably works a lot better with that scenario. Editing videos for 3 hours a day, it doesn't work so well with what I'm trying to do. So I think from now on, man, you're going to see a lot more of me going live, and feel free to ask a lot more questions and stuff like that. But yeah, before I go, Patreon, link in the description if you want to join it. I definitely suggest you do. And yeah, I hope to see you on the other side, and we can chat in Patreon and get all the alpha, right? And if you haven't liked the video, like the video, and yeah, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Mint Layer, and also just maybe other coins you might be thinking are pretty dope, and we can potentially get them on the cheat sheet. And yeah, maybe they'll be absolute killers. All right. But if I don't see you though, man, I'll see you at the top. Bam.